Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where I show you how to dominate in the crypto markets. At this point in time, it's really no debate that Ethereum is the king of smart contracts. DeFi is taking off like wildfire, and it is completely revolutionizing the financial services industries, and NFTs are being massively adopted in the real world. Ethereum pioneered all of this, and there are a lot of other smart contract platforms out there trying to compete with Ethereum, but to be brutally honest with you, they just don't really stack up, except for two of them, which are Polkadot and Kusama. And I will be explaining why in this video. So make sure that you stick with me until the very end. You smash the like button on this video. You leave a comment down below. And if you are not already subscribed to Crypto Empire, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. And let the gains be with you. Starting off this video, let's take a look at the market cap as a whole. We can see Ethereum is currently trading at $3,877, almost hitting $4,000, but being rejected shortly beforehand. Bitcoin is trading at 57.3K. And now we can see that Polkadot is currently trading at $39.72. And Kusama is down here at number 49, trading for $445 with a $4 billion market cap. Now, truthfully, I think Kusama and Polkadot are both undervalued right now. And also, there is a lot of other coins on here that are smart contract blockchains, just like Ethereum, right? We have BNB, we have Cardano, we have Ethereum Classic, we have Solana, right? We have Tron, we have EOS, we have Neo, Chinese Ethereum, we have Cosmos, we have IOTA, right? Polygon built on top of Ethereum. So there are a lot of competitors to Ethereum, but none of them were built with Ethereum in mind from the beginning, the way that Polkadot and Kusama were built. And that is because the man who actually wrote the code for Ethereum is Dr. Gavin Wood. And Dr. Gavin Wood was the right-hand man to Ethereum with Vitalik Buterin when it was being created in 2014, like the early 2010s. These guys were presenting during the ICO stage. They were going in front of investors, in front of VCs, and they were pitching Ethereum to these people, right? And they were developing the code. They were doing everything together. And then after Ethereum launched, Dr. Gavin Wood decided to take his talents and create his own blockchain, his own network called Polkadot. So Gavin and Vitalik Buterin co-designed the Ethereum protocol together. And the Ethereum Yellow Paper, which outlined the Ethereum virtual machine, as well as smart contracts and Solidity, which is the programming language used to build the smart contracts on the Ethereum network, was written by Dr. Gavin Wood, right? This was written back in 2014. So Dr. Gavin Wood, he has spent a lot of time building Ethereum. He knows exactly how Ethereum works because he literally wrote the code for the Ethereum virtual machine. So if I were to place my bets, if I were to put money on a blockchain that I think is going to succeed along the likes of Ethereum, that was built with Ethereum being compatible with Ethereum from the get-go in mind, I would put my money on the guy who built Ethereum. I would put my money on his new project, Polkadot. And there are also a lot of developments happening for the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems, starting with the biggest Polkadot event of the year happening on May 19th, which is Polkadot Decoded. So there is a lot of things happening behind the scenes right now for Polkadot. The mainnet is not even launched yet, and right, it has a market cap of $39.4 billion. I think that's completely undervalued at this point in time. But this event is going to be huge because parachains are highly anticipated for Polkadot. And to really understand what parachains are and how they work, you first need to understand what Kusama is and what the Canary network is doing for Polkadot. So just to briefly summarize, Kusama was built by Dr. Gavin Wood and his team to test and develop every single protocol that will launch on the Polkadot network. So think of it as a sandbox for developers to go and develop their protocols and their projects before they go live on the Polkadot mainnet, where they can test and refine everything. Anything that applies to Polkadot first begins on Kusama. So with that being said, parachains are going to start on Kusama before they launch on Polkadot. So we can see from the event details for the Polkadot Decoded event, there are a few people talking about parachains here. So there may be an announcement that parachains will be going live on Kusama soon. And use your imagination. What do you think this will do to the price of these assets? Most likely cause them to increase. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Nothing is a given. There's no such thing as free lunch in the financial markets. But we can use this fundamental analysis to make a prediction with high probability. Also, there's a lot of speakers talking about a bunch of Polkadot projects that are launching. We have Origin Trail, we have Phala, we also have Plasm Network, we have NFTs with Polkadot, smart cities for Polkadot. So this is going to be a huge Polkadot event where a lot of information will be released that has not yet been released to the public. Also, we have the Kraken Exchange marketing the Kusama parachain auctions, as well as obviously Polkadot parachain auctions, but they have been marketing the parachain auctions for a while now on their Twitter page. So now what are they doing? They're trying to build hype for a release. So we don't know yet, nothing is confirmed, but there is a high probability chance that parachains will be going live on Kusama soon, which is very, very bullish for the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems as a whole. So with all this being said, let's hop into the price charts and see what is going on first with Polkadot and then with Kusama to see if maybe we could figure out a good entry point to catch the next leg up for these assets, because they have been consolidating in a range for quite some time. We'll hop on over to a daily price chart and we can see that we've been going sideways here for a little bit of time, right? I'll start over here in February. So for about 79, 80 days, we've been just trading in a sideways range. We did make a new all-time high at $48 back in the middle of April, and then we saw a huge decrease in that flash crash. But now we've recovered nicely, and we tested the range highs over here at the $41, $42 level. So we did bounce off of this supply zone, right? We have a rally, base, drop, base, drop zone over here. Just a bunch of resistance on the price chart, right? Anytime we see a large drop in price from an area, that is how we know that there's most likely a supply zone in there. Obviously, this is the daily price chart. We would need to drop this down to a lower time frame to really see exactly what's going on. But we know that this is an area of resistance on the chart. So as you guys can see, I have this green line drawn. And now this is just used as kind of a guideline for me. It's drawn at the $36.80 level. And now we can see that there is a lot happening on this green line. It's a support resistance area for sure. So if we're going to be looking to go long for Polkadot, just to, again, if you guys have been watching my channel, you would know that the longer that we consolidate means the bigger the next leg up. So this is why I'm bringing this video to you today, because I am anticipating a relatively large move in the coming days to weeks for this asset, for Polkadot. So nothing is financial advice here, but again, we're using this to our advantage and giving the data that we have available to us to make informed decisions in the marketplace. Because I don't want to see anybody, after the pump happens, FOMOing into DOT when it's like $80. No, you want to be buying when it's low and selling when it's high, right? Investing 101. So again, keep that in mind. So with that being said, let's look for some good entries. So I'm just going to point this out to you. You see where these candles closed? They closed at the same exact level. This is clear support on the chart, right? That's just an area to mark. Your eye should immediately go to that and draw some kind of line there. Let's drop it down to a 4-hour to see if we can see what's going on a little bit better. So yeah, I mean, it's just a big cluster of support. So we'll mark that on the chart. And this is from the $36 level down to the $34 level. This would serve as a very strong entry, in my opinion, for Polkadot. Okay, and then anything below that, obviously, if we drop back down to this lower zone at $33 to $32, those are entries again. So it depends on your strategy if you want to scale into it, right? If you wanted to scale into it, you could do something like just placing a bunch of orders all the way down. This would be called dollar cost averaging into the position. This is like the least risky because you would get a better average position if price continued to drop down below your first entry. So I drew this first red line as well at this area of support on the chart. Do you see how we have a bunch of long wicks going down into this area? So that tells me that we can use this as an opportunity to get a sniper entry. But again, we don't know what's going to happen. Nothing is a given. If we do end up rolling over lower, these areas at the 36 all the way really down to the $32 levels is where I would be looking at to enter into DOT. Now, if we're going to be talking about a profit target in the immediate short term for this breakout, what I would do is I would do what I always do, which is use my Fibonacci tool and see the extension levels. So I would take it from this all-time high down to this low here that it created afterwards. We can see our first level is $61, $70, and then $83. These are short-term price targets, guys. Polkadot, not financial advice, but my prediction is it will be over $350 in a few months. Okay, when parachains start to take off and the Polkadot is used for crowd loans and gets locked up for years at a time, there will be a supply shock in the markets, causing the price of this asset to increase. Do your own due diligence, not financial advice, of course. With that being said, let's take a look at Kusama as well. So we're just going to be looking at the US dollar value of these. You should obviously always be looking at the Bitcoin values as well, but we're just going to stick to the US dollar value for this video, okay, for simplicity's sake. So with Kusama, we had a falling wedge breakout, and we did end up breaking out, and look how beautifully we retested the breakout. This is like picture perfect. All right, this trade was actually called inside of my Discord group. If you want to find out more information about the Discord, head down to the link in the description below. The link will be there for you to check out. But this is a picture perfect retest, right, where we break out and then we retest the trend line before starting to move higher in the direction we want it to go. So again, this asset, we're in a bull run. There's a lot of bullish news, and remember, while most people, like 95% of people, not you because you're watching this video and you're doing your research, but most people are on their Robinhood accounts buying Dogecoin. They have no idea what Kusama is. They have no idea that Polkadot is building the infrastructure for Web 3.0, that it will literally be like Ethereum. It'll be a better version of Ethereum, I think. So, you know, but most people don't understand these coins, and they don't understand what's at play here with these assets. Kusama goes hand in hand with Polkadot. Everything that launches on Polkadot first goes live on Kusama. So it is absolutely essential. And the tokenomics of Kusama, 10 million max supply. There's never going to be more than 10 million coins. So if you can get your hand on one, like we have a population of almost 8 billion people, you do the math. You're in a pretty good company if you can just get your hands on one Kusama. Not financial advice, of course, but keep that in mind for sure. Now we're currently trading at $449. This is going to 10x. There's no doubt about it. This is going to be $4,500. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's look for an entry at this point in time on the charts. So we do have this zone from $420 down to $395. This would be a good entry, in my opinion, right? This is on par with really, you know, this, just look over here to the left, right? We have all these wicks down into this area. I have this yellow line here for reference, but we have 1, 2, and then we broke down beneath, and then we use it as support again here, right? And then again over here. So like 4 or 5 touches to this area. So this, you know, $400 down to $385 is like a bargain. Like you're gonna really be patting yourself on the back if you get an entry on Kusama at those price levels. If we do see another dip down, you're gonna be happy with the decisions you made, I believe, if you do get that entry, of course. But anything really, you know, $430, this is like pennies compared to where we're going with these assets. So in the relative short term, if we're gonna look at a price target, the all-time high is over here, $567. That's chump change compared to where we're going. But if we look at where we may go next after we break out of this all-time high, first target $745, $855 is next, as well as $1,000 in the short to mid-term. I believe this will be happening for Polkadot and Kusama. So there's a lot of very fundamental bullish news for both the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems. Parachains may be going live soon first on Kusama, and then later on in the summer we'll be seeing parachains go live on Polkadot as well. And also PolkaSwap, the main DEX on Polkadot, will be launching as well in the summertime. So everything is going to be coming together very soon. So if you are an investor in these projects, get ready because the ride is about to be wild. And if you're thinking about hopping in, obviously nothing in this channel is financial advice. Definitely do your own research, but it might not be the worst decision that you've made. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you found it useful, make sure you let me know down in the comments below. You smash the like button and you subscribe to Crypto Empire if you were not already subscribed to the channel. And my name is Connor, and we will see you in the next video.